already know what time it is. Hey, let's go. What up, Doug? It's your anthem, homie. Let's do it. What up, Doug? 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 Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's go. Let go. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's go. This say go. What up, Doug? 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 Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's go. Let go. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's go. Let go. Let's go. 7 points on the board. Touchdown. You can never ignore. Let's go. When we into the end zone, take a look at the score. Bryce Young out here throwing dots. O-line out here holding blocks. We too real, no Photoshop. Just a few things that Doug talk about. What up, Doug? When they see it in public, they showing them love. Uncle Quan, what's up? Panther Nation, it is time to go up. Really in the field capturing, acknowledging players who talented. Doug is bringing the analysis. The defensive beats when they tackle it. The front 7 rush got them panicking. The pressure's too much, they can't handle it. You coming to Bank of America Stadium, this is where it get challenging. You hear this song, it's time to tune in and turn it up. You gotta turn it up. If you listen and say it what time with me is, we all repeat and we scream. What up, Doug? 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 Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's go. Let go. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's go. This say go. What up, Doug? 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 Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's go. Let go. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's go. Let go. Let's go. Shout out to my man, what's up, Doug? Make sure y'all tune in and tap into his journey and everything that he's doing. Carolina forever, Panther Nation. It's go time, let's go. What up, Doug? Bow, bow. What up, Doug? Bow, bow. Let go.
Sweet Caroline, bum, bum, bum. Victory Monday. What's going on, Panther Nation? It's your man, C. Dougie here. My co-host, Uncle Quan, as you guys already know, baby girl is on the way, man. So we're going to hold you down, do a quick recap. The show has to continue with my brother being in absence. 3 up, 3 down. Brought to you by Uncle Quan and C. Dougie, man. Victory Monday, man. We're on a 2-game win streak. 2-game win streak. I know the season is early, but the way the season started, did we really think the Carolina Panthers would be at 500 right now due to the way that we started season in Jacksonville, the way we weren't able to come with the game-winning drive against the Arizona Cardinals. Then you come home, blank the Atlanta Falcons, lay an egg in Foxborough, but then went back-to-back games. We're going to talk about it because I still think there's a room for improvement, and I still think there's room for this team to grow and actually show us what they are capable of. So go ahead, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you're new, welcome to 3 Up and 3 Down on What's Up, Dub, brought to you by Uncle Quan and C. Dougie. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. So, Week 6 reactions. Let's go ahead and cue that music. So, our 3 reactions for this week is buckle up. You already know who told who to buckle up. Zone coverage blown and Bryce Young. Number 1, shout out to Rico Dowdle. He'll probably be the NFC Offensive Player of the Week again. I don't know too much of an angry run that he got, and that's another shout out to Good Morning Football. He may not get it, but now holding the record for the most scrimmage yards in a game in Carolina Panther history at 239 yards. He is the true definition of a bell cow. This is no disrespect to Chuba Hubbard whenever he does come back, but I do not think Chuba Hubbard will be the lead back once he's healthy. I think that title goes to Rico Dowdle, and I definitely think he deserves it. having back-to-back 200-yard scrimmage games, I think is the perfect example of the true definition of keep pounding. He made it personal going against the Dallas Cowboys. He basically told them, feed me, give me the rock. They're going to fill me every down. 100, and if I'm not mistaken, he had 183 rushing yards. So he almost clipped 200. He only needed 17 more. But our first, reaction, the reason why the Carolina Panthers won 30-27 against the Dallas Cowboys is no other than buckle up, Rico Dowdle. The train is rolling. We finally have our run game here in Carolina. I do think we have a 1-2 punch when Chuba Hubbard does come back. But as of right now, it's the Rico show. And also getting a Jalen Coker back. You still have Sanders out and Chuba. I think this offense still has another level to go. But you can't just give the reins or give the keys back to Chuba. Go with the hot hand. And whenever he needs to be spilled, go ahead and bring in Chuba Hubbard, who's that change of pace back was we saw when he had Deontay Foreman in front of him. So let's see how it goes going into week 7. Number 2, zone coverage blown. Shout out to that run defense. Again, another offense that depends on the run. We stopped again. Shout out to Evero on this front of stopping the run. I love how we made emphasis on stopping the run in the offseason, and we're finally able to see it. We're basically seeing the fruits of our labor of the coaching staff, Dan Morgan, Dave Canales, and the scheme, and the players buying into stopping the run. We're finally able to see it. And again, for them to hold the Dallas Cowboys to only 31 rushing yards total for the game, that made them one-dimensional. Yes, I understand that one-dimensional was not good because Dak Prescott went for 261 yards, 3 touchdowns. There was one player that even when we saw it, you could hear the groans on the TV when George Pickens was catching balls. Yes, we'll talk about down, 3 up and down, but this is the recap right now. Right now, if you think about it, we almost had one player destroy the whole game plan and beat us single-handedly, and that was George Pickens. 9 receptions, 168 yards, 1 touchdown. Again, I'll take the victory, but George Pickens almost won it by itself. Yes, we had to stop it. That run defense did not do what they needed to do to actually stop, and we took the lead and got the ball. We might be talking about a different story here in Carolina on this Victory Monday. But for me, I love that we had a great defensive scheme to make them one-dimensional. But again, going into the season, we have to stop. We have to have a pass rush, basically. Stopping the run is good, but you also have to have a pass rush, and we'll talk about that throughout the show. Number 3, I see Bryce. I know he threw a pick. It wasn't on him, but I know some people will still say Bryce this or that. It was on T-Mac, but T-Mac came back and responded with 2 touchdowns. But let's talk about our quarterback here in Carolina. 17 of 25, 199 yards, 3 touchdowns, that 1 interception, but the game-winning leading drive. For me, I don't have a problem with Bryce Young being a game manager, which he was. If you look at that throw that he threw on 4th and 4, the Hunter Renfrow, to keep the chains moving before we melt the clock down, that's the quarterback that we need. Because again, the zip on the ball placement, and knowing exactly where the sticks were, Bryce is the reason why that drive continued. Not saying he's the reason why we won the game, but it's more of what he did for that drive, for us to actually get that game-winning field goal by Fitzgerald. But to me, Bryce had a clean game. He didn't hurt us. He did help us. But at the same time, we know who was the reason why we won this game, and that was Mr. Rico Dowdle. But I have to give credit to my quarterback. Had 118, I think it was quarterback rating. That's a decent game. Now you're on a 2-game win streak, Bryce. You're going back on the road. We got to see that continuance. I don't want to see you on that 3 now because you can't win on the road, my brother. But right now, we're going to stay in the moment on the 2-game win streak. At home, you're a different quarterback. You're a total different quarterback. This team is a different team in Bank of America Stadium. I really appreciate the fans. We're making the bank. We don't lose at the bank. Again, I was there in Atlanta. I heard it. I know it was rocking. Yes, Miami, it was rocking. I even heard against Dallas, even with Dallas Cowboy fans traveling, it was rocking in the bank. So again, when you come into the bank, it ain't an easy win for you. And we're not going to lay down. So for our 3 observations for and reactions for week 6 with the Dallas Cowboys, Rico Dowdle, 239 total scrimmage yards, now a record in Carolina he holds. Zone coverage blown. Yes, we made him one-dimensional, but I think Dak in that pass game did still have a great performance. And lastly, our quarterback, Bryce Young, had a flawless game outside of that interception, was a great game manager, and whenever he needed to throw the ball and deliver the ball, he was able to do so. So let's go ahead and go into our 3 up. First up, obviously, we got Rico Dowdle. Secondly, we got Jimmy Horn Jr. And third, we got Bryce Young. The question that I need to know, and if you're on the replay or you're on the premiere, is Chuba Hubbard's job in jeopardy when he comes back? Or will the Carolina Panthers make Chuba Hubbard RB1? I pray they don't, because I honestly think that Rico Dowdle deserves it. And I think Rico Dowdle deserves to be RB1. So, this man has had back-to-back 200 scrimmage yard games and victories. Again, everybody, cries about this is not winning formula. We used to do it back in the day. We did it with Jay Stu, D'Angelo Williams. We did it with Cam, Tolbert, Stu. This is winning formula of a football where you stop and run, you have a great defense, you bend, don't break, and you control the clock and run the ball. Yes, I understand there's going to be games where they're going to stack that box and the game is going to be on Bryce Young's shoulders. But right now, the type of physicality that Rico Dowdle is running with, I feel like he's the leading running back in Carolina. He's our first one for 3 up. But I do want to see when Chuba is healthy, are we going to put Chuba at 1? But again, like I said, for the last 2 weeks, our number 1 3 up for the Carolina Panthers is Rico Dowdle. Number 2, a player my co-host, my brother, been talking about. Whenever he did become active, he did have moments here and there, and that's J5. I don't call him Jimmy Horn Jr. I call him J5. Even though in the small sample size, we were able to see what J5 was able to do. Whenever, I think if he knew where the sideline was, I think Jimmy would have took that catch for, I think it was like 30 plus yards to the house. Even when he did 2 reverses, he had positive yards. Even in the one where I thought him and Rico Dowdle could have been a fumble, he still turned into positive yards and got, I think, like 3 and made it like a 3rd and short. We have our gadget player. We have our speedster. And I need Izzy and I need Canales to open that playbook up for Jimmy. Again, now you're getting Coker back. You got all your wide receivers back. Now let's really see what y'all can do with Jimmy, because Jimmy can take the top off, as we saw. Literally, it was a wheel route, and he basically was right in between the safety and the DB, with a safety in the corner. My bad. And he was able to find that hole and was able to, basically, like I said, take it to the house. But I'm loving Jimmy getting more opportunities. I think he needs more opportunities. And when we have games where it is going to be a shootout, you have to trust Jimmy Horn Jr., J5. We saw what Bryce was able to do last week whenever we were on a critical 4th down. Who did he go to? He went to J5. So this week, with more showing and plays and critical moments, I think it's time to put J5 up here for 3 up. Next, we got Bryce Young. Again, outside of that interception, Bryce is a game manager. I think a lot of people thought they were holding their breath. Will Bryce sit here and throw a pick? Will Bryce do X, Y, and Z? Bryce was composed. And it looked like the old Bryce, meaning that Atlanta game. And I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about that last week 18 game against Atlanta Falcons. We're finally able to see Bryce somewhat composed and poised. And we didn't put this up here. Like I said, I talked to Quan. This is not just C. Dougie. Quan also agrees with the 3 up and 3 down. Shout out to the offensive line, because that's one honorable mention, but I'm going to go into it, Bryce. Having Josh Nyman take over Taylor Moton, who's been the anchor for the offensive line, it was some points where the pressure was there. Bryce did take one bad sack where he saw the blitz come up to the line, but other than that, I have no problem with what Bryce Young did. Again, you win or lose, but in the result, we got to win. And what I mean by win or lose is he had some bad work. Again, the one with Etzel, he could have had Etzel in the back at the end zone, a walk-in touchdown. He missed that one. But again, he got our rookie, who we've been waiting on to get a touchdown, got a touchdown. Critical throws. Again, a Hunter Renfrow throw. That last drive, I feel like Rico Dowdle and Bryce Young could do no wrong. And if I'm not mistaken, I saw a stat that he went like 10 for 10, 100. I want to say 130 plus yards. I got to look at this stat, but it's a stat out there that Bryce did very well in the fourth quarter. I think he went 10 for 10 or something like that for 130 some yards. So, and I might be lying about the 130, maybe 110. So don't, nail me to that. But for me, again, Bryce looked very well in the fourth quarter. Again, going back to back or going out dueling the number one offense in the NFL in Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. He answered every bell. Again, even though we may didn't get a touchdown, we were there on every drive. We were there. He never laid down. He definitely battled. He definitely led that offense. And again, Rico Dowdle and Bryce Young led us to victory on offense. So let's go ahead and go to 3 down. Again, I don't like being a Debbie Downer on our team whenever we win, but there are certain things that we need to talk about. So that's supposed to be Xavier Legette, not Bryce Young. So let me go ahead and take that off real quick. But Xavier Legette, I understand Rico Dowdle wanted you to do a lateral, but my brother, that could have been very wrong for us when it came to closing the first half out. Luckily, we got 3 because if we didn't get 3, we may not be talking about a victory here. But at the same time, they're reporting that you were upset on the sideline. Let it go. We got the ball back. I understand. I really don't even think we targeted you after that. But I do like how Dave Canales answered that. That's saying, hey, guys, let's not do that again. And I understand Dave Canales wants it to be a player-led team, but sometimes that could have went very bad, Rico Dowdle and Xavier Legette. And more than likely, if it did go bad, the fan base, some of the content creators would have blamed you as Xavier Legette rather than Rico Dowdle, who's the one that told you, hey, let's do a pitch and lateral. But other than that, Etzel, like I said, yes, you did good on the screen game. I thought you would get a touchdown going against this atrocious pass defense that the Dallas Cowboys have. But you had a quiet day. But again, I think one thing I don't like, I'm hearing that your hamstring's not as where we wanted to be, and also your hand. But I need you to be healthy because, again, with Jalen Coker coming back, we finally got our 3-headed monster of you, Coke, and T-Mac being back. So I need that cohesiveness of that room there to be fully healthy because, again, I still believe in you, Etzel. And I saw what you did against Miami, and I thought you'd do it here in Dallas, but I'll take it because, again, we're headed up to New York at MetLife, and we need you to be healthy, along with Coker, who should be back next week, and let's see how the ball rolls for us. All right, number 2, Ejiro Evero and Mike Jack. Quan, I wish Quan was up here because I know he's going to be laughing in the chat. Mike Jack, what happened? That's all I need to know. What happened? Because last time I checked, you and JC Horn were in the top 10 for corners, and we basically felt like we had a top 5 1 and 2 punch in the cornerback room. George Pickens basically abused you. I ain't even gonna hold you. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. And you were mouthing back and forth. No, that man took your lunch. Everything that goes along with it. It was nothing that you could do against George Pickens. And for me, I'm more mad at Evero's name up here. If we're a player-led team, and I text Quan, if we're a player-led team, why isn't JC Horn traveling with their number 1 option? You shut down George Pickens, there's no offense because they can't run the ball. Turbin's already out. Only other person they're going to have is Jake Ferguson. Sometimes the IQ, and no, I don't make the big bucks, But I'm still trying to understand. Sometimes the IQ, I don't understand. Why in the world did we not have J.C. Horn on George Pickens? Again, I'm going to go back to the stat. George Pickens had 168 yards by himself. And majority of the time, those stats came whenever Mike Jackson was covering him. Thank God I seen what J.C. Horn did the post-game interview. He said, he went to Gyro Evero and said, I'm covering George Pickens, no questions asked. Again, if we're a player-led coach or a player-led team, we need to have J.C. Horn travel. We've been saying it for years, Evero, since you've been here. And I think that's like, what, 3 or 4? It's time for you to start listening to your players. Just like whenever Dave Canales is saying last week, oh, Derrick Brown came to me and he wanted to be in on a certain pass rush. He got a sack. Then when Rico Dowdle says that he wants to run this play, we run this play, he goes for almost 50 yards. Listen to your players so they know their skill set. If we're paying J.C. Horn this money, again, that's what I said. I'm not too mad at Mike Jack because we know what Mike Jack is. He's not supposed to be the number one corner covering their best wide receiver. That's supposed to be J.C. Horn's job. But he's a man just like George Pickens. And like I said, you got to do something. Because again, if it weren't for that run defense, I don't know how this game could possibly win. Could he possibly have 200 yards? No, I don't want to think that way. But at the same time, Mike Jack, you got to show back up, man. Because again, you look solid against Jacksonville. You look solid against Arizona. You look damn good against Atlanta. But these last couple of weeks, man, you've been getting exposed a lot lately. So let's go ahead and buckle back up. Like I said, I don't know if you're part of the seatbelt game because I know that's J.C. Horn, but I need you back to that Mike Jack that we saw from weeks 1 to 3. We need you back, Mike Jack, because the season's still young. We're at 500 ball right now. You go to New York, take care of business. We're above 500. And we have woken up the league, beating the Dallas Cowboys the way we did. Yes, I understand the league is still wide open, but I feel like we're very respected around the league now. All right, let's go to number 3 down. Defensive pass rush. Come up to the plate, please. Pressures do absolutely nothing. I understand people have been going argument about this pass rush. Dak Prescott didn't get touched once. And we go against this New York Jet team next Sunday, and the Denver Broncos got 8 sacks. We better get at least 4 or 5. Because Justin Fields and them boys don't look good at all. And we'll talk about that to close out the show. But this defensive pass rush, it is what it is. Y'all having meetings. Princely has said, oh, y'all had meetings here, this, and that. Whoop-de-doo. I need to see production. Pat, DJ, Nick, Princely. I'll put it there. Ashawn, Bobby, Derek. Y'all stopping the run very well. But I need some sacks. Because again, for Dak Prescott not to get touched at all, that's not good. And we heard Greg Olsen even say it, like, our pass rush is not even, it's none there. It's none there. Again, pressure does one thing when you throw them off their initial point. But again, I need production from sacks from somebody on that side. Again, I don't know if we need to do more stunts. I don't know what it is. But only thing I do know is we're going to the meat of the schedule now. That pass rush is going to have to be night and day. Again, give me at least 3. I feel like 3 sacks are doable per game. Anything above 3, I'm cool with. But a bit 0, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Again, with the young dogs that we have, yes, I understand Nick scoring is in the top 10 of pressures. Okay, he's a rookie still. He's still looking for that first sack. Prince Yellen has been getting pressure. Hasn't got a sack since what? Is that Arizona? I understand I'm not talking about interior. I'm talking about those DNs, those pass rushers, because those are your hog mollies in the middle. Yes, if they get something, that's cool. But as that unit, it's not good at all. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think we have over 5 sacks. That's not good. That's not good. And I know this defense is not a finished product either. But again, I need this defense to at least from now on, going to the end of the season, at least get 3 sacks per a game. And yes, that's 3 up, 3 down. Shout out to our pie here today, man. All right, let's go ahead and shout out our sponsors, and then we'll go ahead and preview week 7. Shout out our first sponsor, which is SeatGeek. If you need any ticket purchases from basketball season is about to start, college basketball, NBA, NFL, concert, SeatGeek is your #1 place to go. They rated from best to worst from 10 to a 1 scale. For first-time users, use the code What's Up Doug, and you will get $20 off your first ticket purchase. Again, for first-time users, you get $20 off your first ticket purchase with SeatGeek using the code What's Up Doug. Secondly, shout out our second sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. Went up to 5,000 times your money. Play 5, get 50. Now, there's a new thing they're doing. Play 5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you use the code What's Up Doug. This is also for first-time users. We're also in contact with Underdog, trying to see with people that already have signed up, can they at least get half or get something if they use the code What's Up Doug whenever they do make a new deposit. But again, as of right now, for our users here, for first-time users, use the code What's Up Doug, play 5 and get $100 in bonus funds. And again, shout out our 2 sponsors of the channel, which are SeatGeek and Underdog Fantasy. So, week 7, let's go ahead and get into it. Win streak heads north. The New York Jets are winless, 0-6. Going against the Denver Broncos in week 6, the Jets only had a total of 82 yards last week. The Panthers are 0-3 on the road, though. Rico Dowdle's on a burner, back-to-back 200-plus scrimmage yard games. But the storyline this whole week is, will this be Steve Wilks' revenge game? And I know a lot of people said this karma that we have with our Panthers, we haven't did right by Cam, we haven't did right by Steve Wilks. If we lose to the New York Jets next week, it's not going to be good. It's not. Because this is just like the Atlanta Falcons. You win 30-0, then you go lay an egg in Foxburg, and everybody's like, we drunk the Kool-Aid. It is what it is. You beat the Dallas Cowboys, you get that monkey off your back. A lot of people respecting you. You get you get Coker back, hopefully. You get Sanders back, Timo back. And then you head to New York to play a 0-6 desperate team. You cannot take them lightly at all. Again, this defense underneath Steve Wilks, trust me, Steve Wilks is going to have this team ready to play. They're going against the Carolina Panthers. He's from Charlotte. His old team was supposed to be his team before Frank Wright got the job. And that's the thing that scares me, that I hope we do not take them lightly. Because, again, what do we look like being the first win for the Jets the way they've been playing? And again, they only had 82 yards against the Denver Broncos. Total. We ain't talking about a half. Total 82 yards. And again, like I said, the Denver Broncos defense had 8 sacks. No, our defense is not like the Denver Broncos. Not that scheme or anything. But the players that we have in that room, I do believe we can get at least 3+ sacks against the New York Jets. I do think Rico Dowdle, if he is the lead back, will get over 100 yards, 125 yards scrimmage yards. Because I think we will sprinkle in Chuba Hubbard there as well. I'm expecting Jalen Coker, what I thought this week, to have a decent game of 4 catches, 45 yards. It'll be interesting to see who they put Sauce Gardner against. Will it be T-Mac? Will it be Coker? Or will it be Etzel? I really think this game right here, we win, you're above 500. A lot of people were saying we're only going to win 3 games. I have us at 10-7, no worse than 7-10. Right now, we only need 4 more, and we're at 7. Again, the way the season started, I will admit, I did not think the team would look good to be at least at 500 the way we started the season out. Never gave up, but it just wasn't looking promising. Now you'll be able to be above 500 before the end of October. Great. We have to win on the road. That's one of my keys right here. We're 0-3 on the road right now. Jacksonville, Arizona, New England. It's cool and dandy to win at home in front of your fans, but we got people that travel as well on the road. Have that same mantra, have that same attitude. protect the bank. Let's show people that we can win on the road. That's one thing I do not think we can do until it's proven. Bryce Young does not play well on the road. That's a monkey that's on his back that he still can't get over. I think it really needs to happen where Bryce Young needs to dig deep, look yourself in that mirror, and be that dog that you are at home. So for me, I think we go 4-3, but if we don't, it's gonna be a different attitude, and I'm hoping Quan gonna be up here because y'all know how my boy get active. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it because again, this optimism can go through the roof. Both of our dads are Cowboy fans, but hey, we got to laugh right now for the week 1-0. But once that ball kicks off, next Sunday is back 0-0, and we need to leave MetLife at 4 o'clock being 1-0. So this is our 5th episode, if I'm not mistaken, 3 up and 3 down. The real deal, win streak activated. Again, for those that are just catching it, like I said, my co-host, my brother, Uncle Quan, baby girl is literally on the way. He wanted to be here. He gonna be in the chat. Actually, I'll tell my brother congrats to him and Sissy on baby girl's arrival. He should be back. If not, we're gonna have our guy AJ hold us down until Quan says he's back to join the game, man. But again, for 3 up and 3 down, it's your man C Dougie here. Make sure you guys have your post notification bell on. Again, if you do need a membership, we will drop the membership link in the description. We will be doing a Thanksgiving giving back giveaway right before Thanksgiving as well. We're almost at 2K. We'll be doing a members and a subscriber giveaway once we hit 2K as well. And for those that aren't members, you might want to grab a membership because YouTube is now having your boy in boot camp to help with the channel and also with different perks. So if you want more insight on that, make sure you grab a membership as well, man. But it's your man C Dougie here for 3 up and 3 down, half of 3 up and 3 down. And until next time, everybody stay blessed. Everybody be safe. Keep pounding. Peace.